What's good, fellas? Welcome to this live presentation. This is how to master your subconscious mind and raise your vibration. I got a special guest. See if I can get him on. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be a lot about the mindset, the subconscious mind, raising your vibration. We're gonna focus on that aspect of how that can make you attractive as a man and just make you attractive not just to women but just attractive in general. Like you'll just be a better person to be around. Your energy will be better. um, you'll attract opportunities, and based on your goals, your purpose. And you know what I mean. So I think you'll get a lot of benefit from this presentation. So let me wait for our guests to get on here, and then we'll officially dive in. Hey, bro, once you're here, just write a message or something so you could pop up, and then I should be able to bring you on. Yeah, bro. If you're here, just write a message, and it should allow me to add you. Now, I am aware because I've done a couple different Facebook Lives. I am aware sometimes Facebook Live likes to be difficult when it comes to adding people. So hopefully we don't have that issue. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, cool.
Your phone's mobile data is turned off, so I can't help you with that at the moment.
Okay, that's great.
Yo, Trey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. It's pretty tired, actually, but can't complain. How about you?
Feeling great, bro. I'm feeling pumped, bro. I think it's gonna be a great presentation. This topic of mastering your conscious mind and raising your vibration. I think that's a great topic to talk about because
Mm,
it's valuable in the sense, obviously this group is about attractive women, but it's valuable in a lot of areas, like just being a man, going after your purpose, achieving your goals. Like if you can
mm,
get conscious mind on your side and raise your vibration, I feel like things are a lot more effortless and flow a lot better. So it's great to have you on, bro, because I know you specialize in that. So just so y'all know, bro, we got a special guest today. His name is Mehdi Ador, and he specializes in mastering conscious mind and raising your vibration, so you can, achieve your goals in life and I guess live an amazing life. Okay, so what's up, bro? How you doing? Can you kind of just tell us a little bit about you, your story, how you got into what you're doing, and just vibe, bro?
absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, by the way. I really appreciate it. I actually got into this type of work in the first place through dating, through learning game and learning pickup and learning social skills. And you kind of, when you do this stuff, you realize the power of the subconscious mind and how it affects your confidence, how it affects your self-esteem, how it affects just how you feel as far as emotions. And I actually was like going out a lot. I started doing game and stuff, and I started hitting these walls. So like I would get the results that I wanted, let's say, like I would get with a certain girl that I wanted. And my assumption at the time, I think a lot of guys who start to have this assumption that they're going to get with a specific girl, then they're going to feel happy forever. Like, yes, fulfilled for the rest of my life. But that's not actually how it works. I like the way you feel, the way you're programmed essentially subconsciously is kind of fixed for most people. and it's due to the experiences that you went through. It's the beliefs that you have in your subconscious. All these things kind of regulate how you feel and how happy you are. So getting with a certain girl or getting results in the dating game or whatever it is, it'll give you a little high, right? It'll get you like that rush of like, yes, accomplishment. But it's not permanent, right? You always fall back to your default of how you're programmed to feel in a way and act and behave. And even as far as status, like, what do you feel you deserve? All of that is based in the subconscious mind. And it's like I would get a little high and I would just fall back. I'd get a little high and I would just fall back. That's when I realized I was like, damn, I got to do some deeper work. And that's really what got me into it. Like doing meditation, diving into the subconscious, beginning to identify, why do I feel like shit? Why don't I feel good enough? Like, what are those triggers that kind of keep pulling my state down? And by identifying those and increasing my consciousness, becoming more aware, I was able to start letting go of that, develop more, you could say, a core confidence rather than just situational waiting to get some result or make money or get a certain girl or anything like that. But yeah, it's a little bit of my story as far as relating to game. And I've been doing this work for about 2 years or so, and I've experienced a lot of, shifts in my energy, my perspective, and my paradigm, you could say. But I still have a lot of work to do, and I do that work to this day, and I help other people, like my clients, do the same. So, yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Nice, nice, bro. It's great to have you, bro. I think this topic is amazing. I'm glad we're getting a chance to really go into it, the subconscious mind, and also raising your vibration. So,
Mm.
so let's talk about the subconscious mind, bro. Like, how can someone get their subconscious mind on their side? Because I know that, at least from my journey, when I just started going out and approaching women and stuff, my subconscious mind was not on my side. Like I was at war with it, basically.
Mm.
It felt like I was at war with myself more so than figuring out how to pick up women and stuff. I had to get my mind to like accept, like, okay, look, like this is what I'm doing. I'm working on this part of my life. I want to improve in this area. Like I'm done aligning with that old identity of, oh, I'm
Right.
shy, and oh, I'm insecure, oh, I have no self-worth, those kind of things. And even when I'm doing my coaching calls, I'm seeing guys that are, going through this journey as well, working on themselves, become more attractive to women. They bring up some of the same things. Like they have these insecurities, these limiting beliefs
Mm.
that put them back, not feeling worthy. Oh, I don't feel worthy of approaching that woman. She's too beautiful, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So, what would you say, like, how were you able to handle this, and how are you able to handle it with your clients and stuff?
Sure. So, how do you get your subconscious mind on your side? That's an interesting question because it's like, what is the base assumption that you're operating on? Or you could say, what is the base paradigm that you're operating on? I'm sure you probably tell this to the people that you work with as well, as far as game and dating. It's like dating and getting girls a lot of the times is like a natural thing. It's not like, oh, I have to do all this stuff to get attractions. Like, dude, you're a man, you're naturally attractive. You just got to kind of realize that. And that's the abundance mindset. You realize that you're already there and you're just getting in your own way. And that's a lot of self development. It's about, how do I not get in my own way? Same with the subconscious mind. You in your natural state, and I teach this all the time, you in your natural state as a man, as a human, as a person, are already high value. You're already in abundance. You're just adopting all these beliefs and assumptions and attachments and resistances that convince you that you're lacking, that you're not enough, that you have to fight yourself all the time and manage every emotion and manage every thought. And this creates like this fight within your own energy and your own subconscious mind. So it's like you're fighting yourself all the time. And
Mhm.
that's, I feel like a lot of guys feel that way. I feel that way at times. I used to feel that way a lot. It's like this inner war, and it's because you're operating on a scarcity based belief about yourself, about life, about what you deserve, your self image, all these things. Like, if the assumption that you're operating on is scarcity, I'm not enough, I lack something, and I need to go get it, then you're always going to be fighting yourself because you, in your default state, are not enough. So, for you to gain that abundance or realize or get yourself or your subconscious on your own side, is you have to let go of those scarcity-based beliefs. You have to let go of those limiting beliefs, lack-based beliefs, and realize that you, at your core, your default state are already good enough, essentially. Abundance, that you're already there and you're just holding on to a bunch of beliefs that convince you that you're not there, essentially.
Yeah, bro, I agree 100%. One of the things I would do, I don't know what you think about this, but I would kind of use my imagination,
Mm,
uh, kind of get myself in that abundant state. So one of the things I would do is like, just see myself as a king, or see myself as
yeah,
a sexy beast or whatever. Just start, visualizing these things, going into my imagination, and try taking on this way of being until it becomes like a part of myself. Like I had to do it consistently. Like that was a
right.
key. That, you just do it one day and then the next day you could go right back into
Hmm.
the old pattern. But like I would consistently do these things because I was so committed to my goal, like handling my daily life. So I would try all these different things, and I didn't know much about the subconscious mind and raising your vibration, stuff like that. I learned that more towards like now, or maybe a few years or whatever. But in the beginning, I didn't know about that stuff, so I would figure little things out. And I guess you could say uh, I was kind of working with my subconscious mind in my own way by using my imagination to create this new way of being, so I could like create space. In between that old identity or those old beliefs or those, what I mean, stuff like that. So what do you think about that? Like using your imagination, does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Something that I coach my clients as well is visualization.
Yeah.
Just the power of, so it's like the brain, the mind does not know the difference between something that you're imagining vividly, that you're visualizing vividly, versus reality, like something you're actually experiencing in person. So if you literally just make a practice out of doing visualization practices every day and actually seeing and summoning that feeling of where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? How do you want to act in the world? Let's say you want to live in a mansion, you want to be high status, you want to live in abundance. Just ask yourself, how does that feel? And just by asking that question, you have something called your creative faculties, and it just summons that image. It summons that vibration, that feeling. And you can get better and better at this. You can actually do it every day. Just be like, how does it feel to be where I want to be? Can I feel that way right now? And just summon that feeling, and you get better at it. If you make it a practice, you start reprogramming your subconscious mind. Because the way you reprogram your subconscious is repetition and a strong emotion. Strong emotion and repetition. If you do that every day, you start developing a new paradigm. You start developing a new, it's like your neurons in your brain start connecting in a new way. And it just repeats that often enough that it just becomes who you are. So, repetition, strong emotion, that's how you program your subconscious. And yeah, I do this all the time with my clients. We'll actually sit them down and we'll be like, visualize the situation you want to be in. What does abundance look to you? What does freedom look like to you? Feel that and get into the habit. I mean, if you want to get real woo woo, like we literally do this exercise called planting seeds, where you're literally like, if you're present enough, you could plant seeds of the reality you want to live in. Maybe it's being rich, maybe it's being abundant with girls. You can plant those seeds right now. What does that frequency feel like? Do it right now. Do it again. Do it again. And we start training that creative faculties, and it starts developing that part of your subconscious in a way.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what's up, man.
Mm.
So something just came to mind, bro. It's like a quick story. So um, I've been in and out of the men's dating niche, and I used to have like a brand that was called Legit Game, and I had a business partner. We kind of building it up. We're putting out YouTube videos and stuff. And one day somebody hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, I see you're in Orlando. Can we go out and approach, or can you help me or whatever, right?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, man. Let's go to." There's like a specific club I like to go to. So I was like, "Yeah, let's go to that club." And so we went to the club. We linked up, and I was kind of doing my thing, and he was doing his thing or whatever. And we had a good night. And then at the end of the night, we were kind of talking because I didn't really know him too well. We just kind of went into the club. We didn't talk or anything. I didn't get to know him. But after the club, we were kind of like talking about how the night went and stuff. And one of the things he said, this was the first time I ever heard that. I was saying, yeah, you got to go up, you got to approach her, you got to hit her attraction triggers. You got to seduce her. And he was like, yeah, you got to raise her vibration. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you?
Get a what?
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't say that, but I was thinking. I just agreed. I was like, yeah, you got to raise her vibration, or whatever. But then it stuck in my mind, and I think I looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay. So he's talking about her energy, like her kind of that thing, and I was like, okay, that makes sense or whatever. And then that I kind of I stayed in communication with him, and he showed me some videos on it because I told him, yo, that's kind of interesting what you said about raising her vibration. I never heard that before. Um, so yeah, so basically my question to you is, what is it? What is vibration? What does that even mean? And then how do you raise your vibration?
Sure. So vibration is literally just the frequency that something is vibrating at. I'm sure you've heard the phrase said before that the whole universe is just vibration condensed at certain frequencies, which is true. Even scientists can prove this. They can look at atoms, they could look at electrons, and it's all just, I mean, I'm no scientist, but everything's just fucking vibrating at all times at different frequencies. And let's say, and this whole high vibration, low vibration thing, let me break that down a little bit. So high vibration is expansion. So when you're in state or you're in the zone or you're feeling high status or whatever it is, like a leader and you're free, that's high vibration. Love is high vibration. Joy is high vibration. Acceptance is high vibration. Low vibration is more of like a dense, grosser state. Not gross as in like ew, gross, but like grosser as in like material type thing, like physical. So it's denser, and that could be like fear, anger, apathy, shame, um, grief, guilt. All these things, when you're experiencing these emotions, you're experiencing reality in a denser state than if you're experiencing a high vibration emotion like flow state or joy or love or something like that. So that's really what that means. And I mean, to relate it to game, like I remember when I started gaming years ago, that was when I started getting like into spirituality because I experienced this shift between low vibration and high vibration. I would go out, I'd be in my head, I'd be fucking anxiety, freaking out, in fear, feeling not good enough, and then I would do an approach or two. Then I would get in the zone. I would get in state, and I would feel like I'm at a higher vibration. Like the thing about high vibration is you feel more expanded. You have more access to your creativity. You have more access to your flow state. And if in your low vibration, it's like you're dense, you feel stuck, you feel like a victim, you don't feel like you're enough, and you don't have access to all these different perspectives and things to say and creativity. It's like you're shut down in a way, like a beta, as they would say in game. Like you're in beta mode, you're low vibration, you don't have access to your faculties. So that's really what it means. So getting yourself into a high vibration is about expansion, freedom, realizing you're kind of already free. You're just bought into all these subconscious assumptions that convince you that you are a victim, that you're not free, that you're limited by your circumstance, that people are judging you, and all these things that we think about. And I mean, if you want to know how to raise your vibration, the way to do that is to practice things like gratitude, practice self-love, practice acceptance, learn how to get into flow, how to let go of resistance. And that's actually a lot of the work that I do with clients and stuff. Reprogramming your subconscious mind and letting go of these scarcity based beliefs is about letting go of resistance. We hold on to so much fucking resistance in our body and our energy. They block our flow, they block our creativity. And if you can pinpoint and become aware of where is this resistance coming from? What belief is reinforcing this? Is this like an emotional addiction maybe that's kind of limiting my potential? As soon as you become aware of something, now you can expand your awareness. You can see through it in a way. You can see its root cause, and you can let it go. And as soon as you let go of a limiting belief or a lack-based belief or an assumption based in fear, anger, shame, all these low vibration emotions, you experience your vibration goes up. And you could say your default goes up. And then you're like, oh shit, you feel like a shift in your energy. And you could say that you're more in a high vibration just permanently if you do that deeper work, that is.
Nice, nice, bro. So um, what would you say, like the concept of flow, right? Like how can somebody achieve this flow state? Um, is that similar to just raising your vibration, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's very similar. It's about letting go of resistance. The thing about flow is that it's not something that you do. You don't do flow states. You can't think yourself into a flow state. I'm sure you've experienced this when you're out, like socializing. You can't think yourself into a confident state. You just take action and you relax into it in a way. Same thing with flow. You have to kind of accept this realization that you, in your natural frequency, in your natural state, are already flowing. It's the resistance, it's the overthinking, it's the believing that you're not there yet. That's where the resistance comes in, and you halt the flow. You get in your own way, and yeah, you just get stuck in your head. You feel like you can't flow. So, the thing about flow state, the trick to getting into flow state is to accept that you're already there and just fucking let go. And that's about it.
Nice.
Easier said than done, though, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. What's interesting about this is because like I'm thinking about, man, I don't have any regrets. Like, I'm glad, the process I went through, it made me the man that I am. But
Mm,
sometimes I think I'm like, man, imagine if I actually knew about the subconscious mind and raising your vibration and flow state and all that stuff when I started my whole cold approach journey. Because I literally was just going out there and just approaching and just,
yes.
I didn't I didn't know any of this other stuff that probably would have made it maybe a little smoother process. I don't know if that's the right word, but just like it wouldn't have been as rough. It was really rough. But I did have the self reliance, the self discipline, the necessary qualities to go at it the way I did. I kind of just had that hard work, just take a lot of action, approach a bunch of girls, and I kind of figured things out on my own. And I learned a little, a couple things here and there, but definitely I really believe in the power of getting your subconscious mind on your side. I started last year is when I really started to take meditation serious. Like most of my life I didn't really. I used to think it was corny. I used to think it was whack, to sit down
Yeah,
and
me too.
me. But as I matured as a man, I was like, yo, I started to notice there's certain things that I used to think was corny or whack. There's actually a lot of value in those things. And so
Mm,
I was like, yo, maybe I should get back into this meditation stuff, or at least try it. I don't know what inspired that, but I just trusted it. And I got into it and I noticed right away, bro, like I just felt more peaceful within my day. I felt less reactive. Um, I felt more proactive. I felt more clear in my thinking and my way of being. Like just overall, just in a more positive state throughout the day. And I noticed interactions. I was just better in my communication and my ability to get out of myself and really be there in the moment with the other person, like present to the moment. And so yeah, bro, I see a lot of value in someone taking the necessary steps to master their subconscious mind, or at the very least like start getting it more on point or more on their side. And then this idea of raising your vibration and getting in flow, learn stop resisting what's happening in your life, and learning to embrace things, and learn and grow. And yeah, man, just and I believe like if one can combine the inner work, the subconscious mind, the raising your vibration, like that part of the game, with the go out taking action, going having these references, these experiences. You combine those two things, I think someone can really change their dating life, and change their life in general, because of the beingness that they'll become by taking these
mm.
steps. So yeah, bro. So what would you say is maybe something that you feel would be a benefit, maybe something that you've been researching recently, or just something interesting to talk about that you think would be valuable for men that want to improve their life and become the best version of themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I totally agree with you about what you were just saying about bringing it both together. there's usually two extremes to this type of stuff. There's the extreme of people who are, they just take action, but they don't do the spiritual side, so they don't expand their awareness. It's all about like pushing through and hustling and stuff like that. And I think there's value in that big time. Then there's the other extreme of people who are just spiritual, they just meditate all day, but then they don't take action. So I think both of those extremes can become unbalanced. But when you bring it together, it's ideally the best equation, you could say, the best thing for your growth and evolution. It accelerates the shit out of your growth, actually. If you are aware of your subconscious mind, especially doing this work, it's like the more you can kind of expand that consciousness and that awareness, the benefit is you get very sensitive to not sensitive in a negative way, but sensitive to energy, sensitive to social cues that you might not have been picking up before, sensitive to how you're feeling. It's like a heightened state of awareness that most people just don't have because they don't do this type of work. On the other side, if like taking action and gaming and approaching and doing all this stuff, what that gets you, in my opinion, is an incredible like killer instinct, you could say, a work ethic. You take action, you don't hold back, you don't let like what you're feeling kind of dictate your reality or anything like that. But bringing them both together is fucking powerful. You can be hyper aware, hyper like sensitive to energies and stuff that most people are unaware of, and you take action and you push yourself. And I think this just like accelerates your evolution big time because you're going out there in the field, taking action, exposing all these maybe weak points that you're having, strengthening your strengths, and you have the tools and faculties to actually dive into that and let it go and become more aware of it. So yeah, I just think they go hand in hand. It's powerful if you do both of them, and that's what I do. Actually, I go out and game. I have my own business, so I'm constantly taking action, pushing myself, but I'm also meditating. I'm also becoming more present, diving into my subconscious, letting that stuff go. So what I would recommend to people who are watching this or who will watch this is do both. Don't be unbalanced. Don't just be like material, focus on what you're going to get stuck in that reality because it doesn't even fulfill you. You don't end up being happy or aware. But also don't become just like a spiritual guru who sits in a cave his whole life and just meditates and doesn't take action and doesn't actually push himself in the world. I think we're here in the world to do stuff, to actually maybe start a company and get good at these different skills and share what we have to say and maybe make money or get that car or get that girl or whatever it is, but at the same time be aware while you do it. So bring them both together, killer combination.
Hell yeah, bro. 110% I agree. Um, so yeah, fellas, I hope y'all got some benefit out of this. Because as I said, I believe this is a very important aspect of becoming more attractive to women is really handling yourself. Like you have to be good before you can really attract women, especially if you want like high caliber, like if you know, I guess you could say the eights, nines, and tens, the higher quality women. Like you can't be walking up to them like insecure or you know what I mean, conscious or just timid. Like it's not gonna happen, bro. Because you got to remember, there's other men going after those women, and they're you know how you think you look when you go up and you're you know what I mean you're not even handling yourself. So how you gonna handle her? Like she like think of things from her point of view. You know what I mean? Like you're walking up to her like basically saying, "Hey, I want to be your man," or you know, at least I want you to be my woman. But if
Yeah, you got to play to win.
hmm?
I say you got to play to win.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. So like you said, like getting in that abundance mentality, like part of the reason why you may be insecure or whatever, because that scarcity mindset, like, oh, I have to get this girl or I have to impress her or I have to whatever. It's like have this mindset that there is tons of beautiful women out there. If it doesn't work out with one woman, there's other women out there, and you can also continue improving yourself as a man. You'll become more attractive to women as you grow. But just like enjoy the process. Like that's one of the things that's important too. Is just enjoy the process. Have a vision. Have a goal. Specific vision, specific goal, and work on these two areas. Work on the spiritual side and take action. Do both. Be consistent. You know what I mean? Get help if you need help. If you're having tough time, you're applying yourself, things aren't working out. You don't have to do it on your own. You know, go and get some help. Hit up Medi, hit me up. You know what I mean? this is what we love to do. We love helping you guys because we've handled these areas in our life and we're continuing to evolve, right? So we can help guys with their journey, then that's what we want to do. So yeah, bro. How can guys get in contact with you if they're like what you're saying here and they're feeling your vibe?
Yeah, you can just add me on Facebook. It's Medi Ador. I could leave it in the comments under this video, or if you want to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, we post regularly podcasts where we have conversations about healing, empowerment, and enlightenment. It's called Real Life Vibes with a Z. So that would be the ideal place to find me.
Nice. All right, fellas. Thanks for watching. And bro, I appreciate you coming on, bro. It was great, talking about this topic and just vibing with you.
Oh,
And
yes.
stay in touch. And all right, fellas. See y'all in the next video. Peace.
Peace. See you, man.